What's up, family? Welcome into another edition of Make Every Second Count Live with me, your host, an international award-winning Make Every Second Count speaker. Now, guys, I am so excited. We're on season 10, episode 15. Check that out, season 10, episode 15. And that just blows my mind. But I ask you guys if you would please share this episode out. Invite as many people to watch it as you can. Share it in groups, tag people in the comments. I don't mind. Also, keep the thumbs up, hearts, frowny faces, cry faces, and you can even get mad at times. It's all right. I understand. And then also keep the comments coming. We want to have more of a conversation than just make a presentation. So check that out and ask as many questions as you would like. But tonight's guest is really going to show us that the power of refusal is a power that we all have, and it's very useful. So, with no further ado, I would like to bring Michael to the stage. Hey, Michael, how are you doing?
Doing amazing. Yeah, thank you for having me. And 10 seasons? Bro, that's pretty incredible.
Yeah, thank you so much. I'm so happy about that. And it's just, I don't know, the show started as just one of those things that I did to do, but it has become part of me. So I find it to be very awesome. I love it. So I want to say hello to Michael or to Robert Brooker right now, who is also saying hi, Michael. So,
Hey, Robert.
but he is a loyal fan of this show and he says hi to everybody in the comments. It's pretty darn awesome. I have to say, I'm still missing a few people here, but that's okay. I will invite them on my phone here in a minute. But if you would like to go through a short introduction, tell everybody who you are, where you're from, and what you do, I'm going to be taking care of a few other things at the moment.
Okay, yeah, I am Michael Villines, aka Superman, and I work with men and other individuals, helping them to achieve the best version of themselves, working on developing standards, habits, and discipline, and just the to me what seems simple, but just the everyday steps and actions that you can do to becoming a better version of yourself and achieving the life that you that you want to that you really want for yourself.
Yes, that is amazing. So I have to say, like, I know personally that my life has kind of taken some weird, strange, awful turns, and I have learned that each and every person out there has the same kind of issue, that their life often throws something in the way to stop them from trying to live their best life. So, has there been anything in your life that has tried to stop you from living your best life?
Yeah, I mean the most recent issue was last year. I ended up moving back in with my parents because I ended up falling and I hurt my left leg pretty bad. So
Ooh,
last year I had to relearn how to walk again, as
been
crazy as that
there.
sounds. Yeah, I know and it's really pushed me on, and it's relearning how to walk short distances and now relearning how to walk long distances and push myself and not letting myself hold myself back. And I know Sunday I went on the elliptical and I walked. So on the men's call I had this morning, told the guy, I was like, yeah, couldn't walk any farther. And he was like, man, you pushed it then. I was like, yeah. But is that really how far I could have gone? Or is that just the current gate to where I think is possible right now? What can I actually achieve, and what am I holding myself back from that I can actually achieve?
Well, I will tell you from my own experience of relearning how to walk that you don't want to overdo it. And I know it's tough getting to that point, and well, it's tough knowing where that point of overdoing it is. But you feel like you can do all kinds of stuff, but some things just aren't possible yet. And I'm saying yet
Right,
because they are possible, just not for the current version of you, if that
right,
makes sense. I don't want to discourage you or discourage anybody out there, but I'm just saying that they're not possible at the moment. They might be someday. They will be someday. It's just you have to build up to that, and then building up to that takes so much time.
right. And that's really what pushed myself to get to that point to where that is possible again.
Yeah. So I have to ask. Yeah, well, I don't know if I can ask this, but so how exactly did you fall? Is that something you're open to telling?
Yeah, it was late at night. I ended up walking up the steps and then just took one wrong step and went down, and all the other falls, nothing had happened before. I thought I was good, and it was the fall that when you hit the ground and then all of a sudden you can't get back up, you go, maybe there's something else that maybe I've actually damaged myself more than I realize, and figuring out how to move forward and rebuild everything back.
That is so crazy, and I can relate to that beyond what you even know, because there have been things and times that I have done things like that, and they're character building. Let me tell you, I don't want to say they're bad or good, because I don't want to apply a judgment on that single moment, but they're definitely character building, and they help you develop a stronger mindset on your life. And I find that to be one of the most valuable things to a mindset. Is the mindset something you find to be helpful or harmful in your recovery?
I mean, it depends on what your mindset is. If
Yeah.
your mindset is, I can't do this, then it can hold you back. But if you have the mindset of, I'm going to figure out how to do this as best as I can, because I know there's a lot of, whenever I go on, because I'm on a journey with multiple sclerosis, but whenever I go on like any of the men with MS call, all those guys, their mindsets holding them back. And as you know, there's a point of what's the best that I can do right now. It probably won't look like everyone else is doing it, but what is the best that you can do to achieve whatever the outcome is? And instead of holding yourself to what you used to be able to do, what can you do right now that is going to let you achieve whatever the goal is that you're working on achieving, what can you do that helps you achieve that goal to where you're that best version of yourself. That's probably not going to look like somebody who's fully functional, but I bet
Well,
if you get creative with your thinking, I bet there's a different way that you can actually get it done.
yeah, that is so true. So I know also from personal experience that adaptation is a big thing, especially in therapy and other things like therapy. Is adaptation something that you have found a lot of, and has it been helpful?
Yeah, it's whenever I want to do something and I can't necessarily do it, it's what is the way that I can do this so that whatever it is that I can achieve, that it's not going to look the same as everybody else,
Don't
but
worry about looking the same as everybody else. You are you, not everybody else.
right. And whenever you get whatever it is that you need to get done, all the normal people start going, "Oh wow, that's amazing! You get all this kudos because of all these crazy, like you were able to get it done." There was I forget the guy's name. He wanted to do 100-mile race and it was muddy. So the guy ended up pulling himself and he got out of his wheelchair and he pulled his wheelchair along and he did the 100-mile race that way. Yeah, it's pretty incredible. I'm like, hey, if anything, I want to be like that guy because he adapted to where he was and he got the mission done.
Yeah, that is amazing. Like I don't even know how that happens. I know I was like, hmm. But that seriously, that would be amazing to hear about. So I'll have to look for that. So I'm wondering though, like, what are your biggest challenges that you're still facing now?
My biggest challenges that I'm facing right now, it's rebuilding up the strength to where I can go long distances. And then that's the biggest issue that I'm going through right now. It's just rebuilding everything to where you get back to being as normal as it can be. And a lot of it is really pushing myself to get that done. That way I can actually show all the other guys who are dealing with some type of an issue to where they lose an ability and then it's, hey, the only person who's holding you back is yourself. You need to follow all the right steps to get back, but the only person who's holding you back is yourself. And you need to be able to push yourself beyond what you think is capable because, as unfortunate as it is, that the different medical people and even your own family and the people around you who they never really push their own mindset and thinking what is capable, that
Yeah,
it's the next step forward and then moving forward from there.
I understand, but it's also hard for them because while they would like to see you accomplish more, they also are just happy to have you around. And they're proud of what you are doing now. If you're not doing as much as you think you can do, that's not on them necessarily. See, I think we are, and this is kind of what you were saying. We are our biggest enemy. We are our own hindrance a lot of times because we hold ourselves back in so many ways. And it's often this guy up here that's holding us back.
That's thinking brain.
Yeah. And who said that?
A lot of people have said it, but I
I think
can't.
it came from Zig Ziglar.
It might be Zig Ziglar. I think I've heard Tony Robbins, Ziggy said it, and a whole bunch of other people.
That's awesome. So, is personal development something you do a lot of?
Yeah, every single day.
And
Because
what kind of personal development do you do?
right now it's reading a bunch, working out. There's a lot of people don't realize that there's just work personal development just from working out because you're learning to push yourself one step farther and unlock that new level. It's like we talked about that the door that you thought was possible, then when you push yourself to that limit to where you're stopping and you realize that you can go just a little bit farther, and then all of a sudden you get this door that gets unlocked in your mind, and then you go, oh, it's possible that I can go farther. And then you actually know that you achieve it. And then every single time you push yourself to do more and you get that done, that unlocks a new door to where you realize that it's possible that you can do more and you're the guy who can unlock that.
Yes, and it also, you get a reward in your brain when you achieve a goal. So if you hit, like, say, a quarter mile or a tenth of a mile, say, and you've been struggling to get that for a long time, you'll receive a boost of, I think it's endorphins, maybe, and dopamine in your brain, and they're feel good chemicals, and it's all about rewarding you for achieving something. So that is really cool that you talk about the gym, because I'm a big big advocate of the gym, and just pushing yourself in there, and just, I don't know, it's really rewarding.
Yeah, and that's an achievement that you every single time you go and you get something done, that's an achievement that you unlock for yourself. Because you're
Yeah.
the only person who's getting a reward for going to the gym. But when you go to the gym and you become that next version of yourself, it doesn't matter if you go to a gym, whether you've got a gym at home or whatever it is that you're doing something that's pushing you forward. And I know the one guy who's an accountability partner, every single day when I get it done, I'm like, hey, done. And then the days he goes, hey, I didn't get done, I go, hey, man, there's a standard. You got to keep the standard. Doesn't matter if you do a ton, but if all you can do is push ups, great. If all you can do is walk, great. It's something to where you're becoming that better version of yourself and you're pushing you to that next step, that next level.
Exactly. So I'm curious, like, do you have any suggestions for other people? They might not be going through the same thing as you. They might not be going through the same thing as me. But do you have any suggestions that would help other people develop a mindset on their life that they can achieve?
Yeah, I mean, I think the easiest thing that you can do to help you get to the next step is, and everybody can do this, is read 10 pages a day. Just get in 10 pages because you can learn a lot. There's a lot of books. Somebody spent an entire life learning something, and then they wrote however many pages it is. They dump that in there. So for a couple hours or however long it takes you to read that book, you can download what somebody learned in 30 years by just reading 10 pages a day. And then you can take that step and whatever it is that you're working on achieving, just start doing that. Because the moment you get one step done, then that allows you to get another step, and another step, another, whatever it is. You have a bunch of clothes that you need to fold, work on folding one piece of clothing. Then once you get that one piece of clothing folded, then it's much easier to fold another piece, and then another piece, and another piece. It's just whatever you're working on doing, you build on that one by just doing one step and going from there.
That's awesome. So this is actually an idea that I have been working on. And I call those little steps that you're talking about 1 second commitments. So, or 1 second decision. So you make the decision to do something one time. And if it feels all right, if it doesn't hurt and it does and you feel like you're able to do another one, do another one. And if you're able to do another one, do another one. I call that a 1 second decision. And it's just exactly that. It's something you do really quick that your brain will give you a boost of those happy chemicals, and then that motivates you to do more of it.
Exactly. And if
Yeah.
you have to, use the 5 second rule.
Yeah, Mel Robbins.
Yep, Mel Robbins.
Yeah, great book. I don't read a lot, but I have read that. I'm terrible. Reading is not one of my favorite things to do, but oh well. So, what other books do you like? I mean, are there
Uh,
more books that you would suggest?
yeah, so The Slight Edge is pretty great. Atomic Habits is another great one. I think both of the Goggins books are great for I wouldn't I wouldn't imitate his personal life, but the training's good and all that, but being divorced like 4 times, all your kids being a wreck, there's something that you can learn from him, pushing yourself a little bit farther. Incorporate the good, discard the bad, and just keep on moving forward from there.
I've seen that a lot of people have issues with figuring out how they can, what is the good and what is the bad, especially from David Goggins. While I like the man and all, I don't necessarily like all his stuff because, well, the language is not good at all. But I don't know. That's just my
He
opinion.
talks like he's still a Navy SEAL.
Yeah, and he's not. But oh well. So, is there any other steps that you would suggest for people that are going through something at the moment? You talked about reading 10 pages a day of something valuable. And do you have any other suggestions?
So so every
Oh,
single yeah, so every single day I work out, I read 10 pages. These are non-negotiables.
yeah.
So read 10 pages, I work out every single day. I'm just working on becoming that best version of myself. That I have a promise to myself that I have to do something to improve in some facet, some area. At least I have to do something that is moving me forward. So whatever that is for everybody, because for different people it looks different, but it's doing whatever it takes moving forward. And remember, no matter what you're going through, you can get out of it. It doesn't matter if you file bankruptcy, if you're going through your third or fourth divorce, or whatever it is, or whatever it is that there's another way, and there's somebody who's there's people there's always somebody who's gone something worse than what you've gone through, and they're at the top and they're what everybody looks up to, and that's just by becoming that better version of yourself and learning some skill, tool, whatever it is that you need to learn to actually improve yourself and become that better version. Work on that and work on becoming that person, and you would be surprised in a year the person who you become.
You won't recognize him.
You won't.
Yeah,
But if you stop right now, you're never going to become that person.
yeah, yep. That's a huge thing. Also, with me is that you can't give up on yourself. I mean, there's so much in this world that we can do, but we often start and then give up too soon. And that is giving up on ourselves.
Exactly.
Yeah. So, what is next for Michael?
What is next is at some point I'm going to start training for a 100-mile race.
What?
Then just it's just one of those things that I'm like, because it's unlocking that next level of me.
That's nuts, though.
So at some point I'm gonna get fitted for the wheelchair. I'm gonna find a race that I can actually do. And at some point, me and my brother we're gonna go off and we're gonna do the 100-mile race and just unlock that next level of me and show other people that it's possible to do that, and then keep on helping other guys get to that next level, and guys, women, whoever unlock that next version of them, and so that just keep on hammering and making the best out of whatever it is that you're doing.
All right, that's a fantastic answer. I love it. So, I have another question for you.
Yeah,
What exactly does make every second count mean to you?
make every second count is treating it as if what would you do if you woke up and if you knew the next second there was going to be another second? And how important would this second be? Like if you woke up and you knew that you were going to die tomorrow and you couldn't tell anybody, but you had an opportunity to do whatever it is that you want to do, and you could do that. How more important would that next second be to living life as full as you can, because you knew you didn't have another second? It's like the quote, if you had $1 million and you know you wouldn't wake up tomorrow, would you take the $1 million? And everybody goes, no, I wouldn't take the $1 million. So waking up and living the next day is more important than $1 million. So why aren't you living that way right now?
Yeah, exactly. That answer is amazing. So, I there's one other thing that I want to do on this show, and I know this isn't normal, but this I have actually been working on this song, and it's AI. It's not me, don't worry. But I'm wanting to get together a new intro for the show. So check this out, guys. Please let me know if you like it. Michael, you as well. Here we go.
We don't just survive, we break the chains. Iron in the blood, fire in the veins. No matter the odds, we're taking the lead. Make every second count. We don't just survive, we break the chains. Like fire in the survive.
Oh, it started again. I didn't want it to do that, but yeah. So, what do you think?
I think it sounds like if you like 80s rock,
Yeah.
that's what it sounds that's what it reminds me of.
All right. Well, do you think it's good or?
Yeah, 80s rock isn't really my jam.
Hmm.
So I think it's good if you enjoy it, run with it.
All
That I
right.
wouldn't let somebody else's opinion about this song because people can kick rocks. And if it's something that you enjoy as a host and that relates the message that you want to relate, run with it.
Yeah. That's a great way of thinking. So I have to say thank you, Michael. You took the time out of your busy evening to be here with me and my peeps, and I appreciate it. But I need you to do me a favor this week, next week, and for the rest of your life. This actually goes for everybody, including you, Michael. You have to do me this favor. You have to make every second count. Why? Because you never know when those seconds will run out on your one life. I'll see you guys back here next Tuesday, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Until then, you have a great week. Thank you again, Michael. I'll
Thank you for
talk
having me.
later.